Okay, so if you're a business leader, maybe a manager, or even on a board, you probably know this feeling all too well. You're trying to get insights from your company's data, reliable insights, flexible ones, stuff you can actually share easily. But it feels like, I'm digging through digital haystacks, it's buried in spreadsheets, maybe stuck in different systems, leaves you kind of guessing when you really need clear answers.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. It really is fundamental. Because without data you can easily get to, and data you actually trust, well, making those big strategic decisions becomes incredibly tough and often really expensive too.
Absolutely. So today we're doing a deep dive into Enhanza. It's a business intelligence tool, a BI tool. And our mission really is to unpack how Enhanza tries to solve these specific problems.
Mhm.
What's their approach? How does it stack up against competitors? We're thinking tools like uh, BizView, Boardeaser, Bright Analytics, Fortnox, Oxseed, Sevi Unsight, Verksam Hetzgoal. There are quite a few out there. And ultimately, what does Enhanza really offer you if you're a business looking for, well, a clearer path to making decisions with confidence?
Right. And for this deep dive, we've looked at quite a range of stuff. We've got detailed documentation from Enhance themselves. There's strategy docs, feature lists, marketing ideas.
Yeah.
But we also looked at publicly available info from those competitors you mentioned, other players in the BI and reporting world. So it gives us a pretty well-rounded view.
Okay, so let's start with the core problem. What is Enhanza really trying to fix here? Because when you look at what businesses struggle with, it seems like a pretty common list of frustrations, doesn't it?
Well,
Like just the sheer time it takes, right? Manually grabbing data from all over the place. Then there's the cost. Hiring data analysts isn't cheap. And sometimes, yeah, there's that feeling of mistrust because you can't see how a number was calculated. It's like a black box.
exactly. Or even just not knowing what metrics you should be tracking. What are the key things?
Right. And then trying to share those insights effectively. Or dealing with sensitive data that's just locked away in the ERP system. ERPs, enterprise resource planning systems, manage all those core processes. It's complicated.
It really is.
Mhm.
And what's interesting, I think, is how Enhanza frames its answer to all this.
Mm.
Their main promise is basically direct and easy access to business-critical data.
Mm.
They're not just like pulling raw numbers. They want to simplify how data flows, check it for quality so you trust it,
Mm.
and give you these pre-calculated metrics that immediately show you what's important.
Mm.
And crucially, they make it simple to build your own insights and share them securely, so that sensitive data piece is handled.
And it's not just about the money side, the financial figures, right? Because that seems to be a big focus for some other tools we looked at, like Oxseed, Boardeaser, Fortnox. Often great for finance people, but maybe a bit narrow.
That's a really key point, yes. Unlike a lot of, let's say, traditional reporting tools, or even some direct competitors that are heavily finance-focused. Enhanza specifically talks about a more holistic approach,
Yeah.
which means they're designed to pull in data from sales systems, from warehouse management, from time reporting systems, alongside the financials.
Okay, so what does that mean practically for the listener?
Well, think about it this way. Instead of just seeing, say, a dip in your sales figures and wondering why, with this holistic view, you might instantly see it correlates with, I don't know, low stock in the warehouse for a key product, or maybe a drop in your sales team's logged activities. It gives you the real why behind the number, not just the number itself. So you're moving beyond just financial health to understand the actual, like, operational drivers of your business. That's the goal.
That holistic view, that definitely sounds like a major selling point for Enhanza. They actually claim, I think, to give access to all business data, sales, time, warehouse, allowing it to answer more questions than other similar tools. That's a direct quote, which, as you said, contrasts with competitors who might be focused on financial reporting only or mainly.
Yeah, and they lean heavily on simplicity, too.
Right. They position it as a super easy to use BI tool,
Hmm.
and they link that ease of use directly to cost savings, saying it helps businesses save big money because you might not need to hire those expensive BI consulting firms or full-time data analysts.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. Instead of maybe shelling out thousands every month for external consultants or adding headcount, Enhanza is pitching itself as this comprehensive thing your existing team can actually use. That directly impacts the bottom line.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing that's really interesting, especially for more complex businesses. Enhanza's ability to handle data from multiple companies, multiple systems, different currencies, even different countries, all in one single view. And this isn't just like basic consolidation. They integrate with the European Central Bank for daily currency rates. That's pretty neat. And they have this concept of a global chart of accounts, which is basically a smart way to map all your financial accounts from different countries to one standard structure.
Ah, okay. So if you have subsidiaries in, say, Sweden, Germany, and the UK, all using slightly different accounting setups.
Exactly. This helps standardize it for comparison. That's a massive headache for international groups. And Enhanza is aiming right at solving it.
And they're bringing in newer tech, too. I saw mentions of powerful AI tools in the source material.
Yes, integrated AI tools to help with the analysis. Plus, they have this rather unique offering called the Personal Data Analyst Service. They call it a concierge service for their reporting needs, which sounds like quite a hands-on level of support available for a flat monthly fee.
A concierge for your data. Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about recent changes. What have they been innovating on lately?
Well, looking at their updates, there's definitely a pattern of enhancing usability and digging deeper. If we look at July 2025, for instance, they made a big deal about speed, lightning fast data loading, claiming it's 10 times faster than it was, which, makes a difference when you're actively exploring data.
Yeah, waiting for charts to load is painful.
Right. And in the same update, they introduced a third hierarchical level in their data organizer tool. The data organizer is how you structure your information in Enhanza. So previously, you could group things maybe 2 levels deep.
Like region, then product line.
Exactly. Now, with this third level, you could go deeper. Region, product line, and then maybe individual sales rep, or perhaps customer segment within that product line. It just allows for much more granular analysis, pinpointing things much more precisely.
Makes sense. More ways to slice and dice the data.
And for people who really need the nitty-gritty details, July also brought better drill down. You can now apparently click down to see individual financial vouchers like the original transaction records, see customer and supplier invoices, even open the original PDFs directly from a report, plus a simple one-click export to CSV for any insights underlying data. Good for anyone who still loves their Excel.
Okay, that covers July. What about before that? June 2025.
June saw big upgrades to their Insight Builder. That's the tool for creating your own custom reports and metrics. They added comparison periods, making it easy to compare metrics across, say, this month versus last month, or this year versus last year. Their number charts got an upgrade too. Now they apparently show the main metric, the trend, and the change, all in one neat little visual.
Oh, that sounds handy. Like a quick dashboard view in one chart.
Kind of, yeah. They also added calculated columns, which lets you create new metrics on the fly right within a report. So you could, for example, quickly calculate a custom profit margin or something specific to your business needs without needing complex back-end work. And finally, the classic pie charts made their appearance in June, along with generally cleaner, smarter settings aiming for simplicity.
Pie charts. Can't have BI without pie charts, right?
Yeah.
And forecasting. I thought I saw something about that.
Yes, good catch. They've been testing a new forecasting tool. Expected availability was July, so it should be out. We're very close now. That'll be a significant addition for planning. Going back slightly further, May was when they rolled out those big global features we talked about, the multi-currency support and that global chart of accounts for mapping across countries.
Right, boosting the international capabilities.
Definitely. And then if we rewind to April 2025, that's when the foundational tools really launched. The Insight Builder we just discussed for creating custom views, and the Data Organizer for structuring all that raw data into those useful hierarchies. And Hans's own words for these were tools to create order from chaos. Strong statement.
Order from chaos. I like it. And integrations, connecting to other systems.
Yeah, they recently added TripleTex as their 8th official integration. That joins existing connections to big names like Fortnox, Visma, and others. So what this means for you, the listener, is just more ways to connect the systems you already use. Pulling everything into Enhanza becomes easier, giving you that single source of truth they aim for.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. To recap our deep dive, Enhanza is positioning itself as this comprehensive BI tool. Its main angle is simplifying complex data, pulling it from all across the business, not just finance, to give that holistic view. And they're using recent tech like AI, faster processing, and focusing hard on ease of use to empower decision makers. The core message seems to be making business numbers made easy.
That sums it up well. And it leads to a fascinating thought, doesn't it? If this trend really takes hold, business numbers made easy, easy access to all your data, what kind of revolutionary changes could we see in how companies are actually managed day to day over the next, say, 5 or 10 years?
Good question.
And maybe more importantly, what new opportunities might open up for people? For individuals who can really master both the data analysis side and the art of actually applying those insights to drive strategic growth, it feels like a powerful combination for the future.